Hello everyone, welcome back to another video today. Today's video will be what if Midoriya was OmniMan Part 2. Yeah, I'm very sorry that this week has not been going good. I just started going to the gym. And yeah, I am very sorry. Anyways, let's continue, shall we? Yes, we shall. Yeah. Okay, let's go on. Izuku was born into the world of quirks and mystical things. Quirks are the dominant power source, yes, but there's only a few that are strong enough to be heroes, and a few that can train their quirk to be strong enough to save lives. But then there's the usual alien invasion here and there. Mystical problem, ancient beast, ancient gods. So yeah, let's get into this. We start off with a 14-year-old Izuku flying through the sky. As he flies, he's cutting through the air like a knife with butter. Izuku has a provisional license thanks to his mother. He must remain low to the ground, though, metaphorically. Okay, so that Izuku is very powerful and has to learn to control his power. Thanks to some biology, he was able to awaken his Viltrumite powers quicker than most, and spent at least 2 years training to use them. Now back to the present. Izuku was flying through the sky, heading towards a unknown location. But a location he heard his mom talk about. She was gathering heroes to fight off some alien invaders. Izuku wanted to make his first entrance to this world. Just that. An entrance to the world. So yeah. Anyway, let's get into this. Izuku stopped flying as he looked down. Haha. Hello there. The green creatures, green aliens looked up at him. These aliens had little antenna, and were a light green. Izuku looked down at them as he smiled. Hello, I'm OmniMan, and I'm here to fight all of you, Izuku says as he clenches his fist. Suddenly, all guns are pointed to him as they open fire. Izuku was dodging and weaving as he was flying around the battlefield. Izuku, as he flew, noticed that they had tanks and other artillery weapons that would pose a significant threat to any air force. And it did. 3 times. Izuku had hate in his heart for these people, but hates that can be vanquished with revenge. Izuku lands on a tank, destroying it. Then quickly went to another, grabbing it and flinging it into space. A blast finally hit him. Izuku looked at the blast as he then thought, they're not using actual lasers. They're using concussion beams. Pretty nice. Though I've seen what those things can do. Izuku ended his inner monologue as he flew at them and started punching. His punches had the same force as a nuclear bomb. But that's only when he's out of control. When in control, he can punch with the same force as a bullet train. And he was. He punches these things. And Izuku was doing damage. He was at full-on war with these creatures. Thanks to analysis, after the first battle, they were called the Flaxens, an outer dimensional alien race. Technology deteriorates quickly. Due to their timeline, time should being quicker than Izuku's. When tested, it's figured out that these things are not the same as his time. Izuku had something in his pocket that he was making sure didn't get touched or didn't get destroyed. A portal opened up as more tanks and artillery came out, opening fire on Izuku. He then flew off. Izuku flew all the way to Beijing, then flew around the world until he was back in the Segovia Desert. And with that impact, the ground crumbled beneath him. Sand just came all over. And within that time, Izuku started moving fast, destroying all of their tanks and artillery. Once the dust cleared, the Flaxens were on the run. They opened another portal and kept running. In the distance, Izuku saw that his mom, known as Midoriya, Pro Hero Midoriya, actual name Inko Midoriya, had her legion of heroes ready to fight. He then looked as the Flaxens retreated. He pulled a bracelet from his pocket and placed it on his right arm and activated it. It will allow Izuku so that the Flaxen's dimensional time won't affect him. basically aging him slowly. It was all thanks to Melissa's shield for re-engineering it. Izuku flew in. On the other side, Izuku was instantly causing damage. He was so fast. He was going so fast that he caused explosions the size of Rhode Island. And kept on doing so. It was taking out cities. Izuku kept on going faster, and faster, reaching the speed of light as his body was igniting into fire. Izuku said, as he kept on pushing himself forward, "This is for the Emperor." Izuku said, as he was now starting to make explosions the equivalent to the Zarabamba, as he flew around the Flaxen homeworld. At this speed, Izuku's skin was igniting. And his suit, it was already in flames. Within 3 months of Flaxen time, he was able to take down their central government. But within 28 months, he took down the entire planet. And he stopped. The pro heroes finally entered through the portal, and they saw him. He was breathing heavily as his skin had basically burnt off. The fire was already extinguished, yet his body was hot. His suit was gone as well. Suddenly, heroes got into action. The American pro hero rushed to him as Izuku fell to the ground and gave an order to quickly regenerate his body, saying that Izuku Midoriya's body will regenerate to its previous form before he entered the portal. And within 3 hours, it did. Phew. Okay, I'm back. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Izuku gave his report, saying that the Flaxens, they were the ones that basically invaded Earth they invaded the Agobi Desert. I hope I'm not butchering that. He gave everything, including how long he was there for. Yet it didn't even age a day. Because outside of the portal, they were setting up everything to prepare for an invasion. NATO was even there. Izuku, after giving everything he known and was fully recovered, was given a stern talking to by his mother and everyone there, and was ordered to take his ass back in and basically just rebuild. Izuku nodded. Izuku nodded as he grabbed another bracelet and turned it on. Okay, I'll go there. Izuku says, as Stars and Stripes opens a portal for Izuku. And once he's in there, he is sent. Izuku started rebuilding the Flaxen homeworld as best as he could. Stars and Stripes stay there, making sure that he didn't come out. So yeah, Izuku was basically in the Flaxen dimension for 3 weeks. Let's say a month equals a single decade. Let's say 1 day in real life equals a decade on the other side. Like a single decade. So yeah, 3 weeks, 1 day equals a single decade. Put that into perspective. Okay. Izuku did everything. He collected Flaxen survivors and basically put them into breeding camps, since he literally destroyed the population to basically 10% of 9 billion. So yeah. And throughout the many decades, Izuku kept on helping them, rebuilding and told them about heroes on his pastime. Izuku made the heroes of his world sound like gods, and even declared himself a god to the Flaxens, saying he was the god of strength and destruction, All Might, the god of heroes and justice. Stars and Stripes, goddess of war, victory, and freedom. Midoriya, goddess of motherhood, childbirth, love, and childhood. and kept on basically making, spieling about every single hero. But Izuku spent at least 3 real Earth days telling them about hero battles and everything he could. So yeah, that was a long time for him. Anyways, after 3 weeks were up, Stars and Stripes opened the portal for him. And he pulled her in, showing her everything he's done. They spent a good day just flying around. He showed her every inch that he did. And she was impressed. She said it was the greatest thing she ever seen. They looked at a metal city where Flaxens are basically just being themselves. Izuku organized a military and introduced the Flaxens to more primitive weapons. That being earth weapons, which were basically equivalent to their own weapons at the time. Izuku, Stars and Stripes was impressed. The heroes all came in to witness the utopia Izuku created after a few decades. Izuku then told them that it wasn't all in one shot, as well, it took him a while. He spent years there to rebuild the planet he was literally ordered to do. So yeah. So Stars and Stripes was able to confiscate everything NATO took that were Flaxen technology. And destroyed everything. But saved a trigger for Izuku. A portal trigger was basically the thing that opened the portals through the dimensions. It had to be reprogrammed if it wanted to basically go to another dimension. But she smiled as she gave Izuku a salute, and Izuku flew back to Japan, where they were now mourning the loss of the emperor, his son, and wife. Izuku had his first debut in Japan during the second Flaxen invasion, where he basically was on the brink of death when he was saving the princess of Japan. And kept her safe. So yeah, that is part 2 of what if Izuku Midoriya was OmniMan.